Alright, starting another video here. I'm going to focus on the vegetables this time around. Very specific ones. So you can see. So, two types of cucumbers here. We haven't been getting any of the regular, I guess you would call straight 8 cucumbers. Those, we had one, and then that was it. This is the lemon cucumber. For those who don't know what a lemon cucumber is. It does turn yellow. You don't want it to turn too yellow. Right here, this is about as much as you want. Then if it gets any yellower on the outside of the skin, then the seeds are really, really big and it consumes it. So right here is just about ripe. They have a somewhat citrusy flavor to it, but other than that, they're just a cucumber and they're really good. As you can tell, we have quite a few growing on here. They're coming in strong. Broccoli, first for this year. Not sure how we're going to do this. I think these are ready to be picked. This morning might be a good time to pick them. It's a fairly cool morning. As long as they don't, as long as these little pieces don't pop up and flower out, the broccoli is still good. Now this is supposed to be a spring crop if I remember correctly, so it's in the full sun. I'm not sure how sweet or not, I guess not bitter they will be, but we'll find out. These are Market More cucumbers. Pick these up just from the store. Smaller. They look like they could be like a pickled cucumber. So I have a few of these coming in. All right, pumpkin. Yeah, it's supposed to be baking pumpkin. I went and looked at the seed packet. Because of the size of this baby, yeah, they're not baking pumpkins. I must have grabbed as I was looking at the packet right next to it. These are regular pumpkins, which shouldn't be too bad. They're not jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, so hopefully the meat will still be thick and tender enough that I can cook it for pumpkin pies. But we shall see. Come over here to the watermelon. So we have a nice good-sized watermelon coming in here. It's doing really well. What is going to attempt to happen this year because of the pumpkin, see if these watermelons, which, yes, it is those, how they will do hanging off of this lattice. The stem is far thinner than a pumpkin, so I don't know, but the pumpkin stem has adapted and thickened and strengthened, so see how that works. Another one there. I thought I saw one more. Oh, there's two more. So there's a small one there and there. Now over here, cantaloupe's coming in. Oh, I missed this one. Cantaloupe back here. And then we have a few more coming in right here. In here. So we'll see how these all turn out. Let me go back over here and give you well, I mean, I guess you could see it, but I mean, it's tight, it's heavy, but nothing has snapped, and it's really holding up the strength of that pumpkin really well. All right, coming over here to the millet. I don't have any stalks or millet. This is foxtail millet, so it's the smaller millet. I can't help but think that, I thought this was a corn, but I can't help but think that they accidentally put in a regular strain of millet in the seed packet, because this is not a corn stalk, but it's in with my millet seeds. So I might have one head of regular millet, which I will save those seeds and plant those for next year. And then I have my foxtail millet. Everybody knows what sunflowers look like. These are the smaller ones. The chickens seem to like the smaller sunflower seeds, so that's why I picked those. All right, come on in here for the lettuce. I said what they were, but I thought I'd come in and show you a little more specifically. So I thought this was a spicy lettuce. No, it's arugula. Let me tell you, fresh arugula is a lot spicier than the store-bought arugula. This stuff has, not spicy, it's a bitter taste, I don't know, but it's pretty strong. It's good, but it's too strong. Nobody will eat it. So, but the chickens eat it. All right. So, I have an aunt who told me that iceberg lettuce is dead lettuce. That if you want nutrients, that you have to eat other lettuce. That was way, way, way back when I was a wee little girl. Yeah, I think I'm old enough that I can say that. This right here is a Oriental or a Chinese spinach. And it packs more nutrients than any lettuce, any other spinach. I can't remember what all it is. I'd have to read the description on the Baker's Creek book guide that I ordered. But this is really fantastic. And if you want to branch out, here you go. This is what I encourage you to get. You will love it. I think it tastes really good. And especially if you do it during the spring, it probably will have a little sweeter taste than mine probably does, but I still think it's good. The New Zealand vining spinach. Let's see, let's find a long one here. There we go. It does vine out. The leaves, the spinach leaves, are close to the vine. They can get fairly large. I think they have a slightly bitter taste again, but these are a spring crop and I'm eating them in summertime. But I think they are really good. I like the flavor on them. They too pack more nutrients than your normal spinach does or any of the others. That's why I picked it. It has more of those minerals in it and vitamin C's and A's and those other things. So as you can see, I have whole rows of it down there. Some of them are the one that you see going to seed back there. Oh, let's see. That stalk back there, that is the regular spinach, and it bolted very soon after it started coming up. So those went. These are beets. And let's see. Get in here. And right down in there, you can see the beet clump. I forgot that these were beets. I didn't think to thin out that, and I'm really not into the thinning. I figure just let it grow and go. And it's not like I need them to be perfectly round or shaped perfectly. So it works for me. I'm fine with it. But I have a whole row of them. Some of them won't be very big. Some of them will be small. But it's my first time growing beets, and I'm not sure that we'll eat all of them right away anyway. So it is what it is. Two types of lettuce. These two are lettuces that have a little more nutrients in it, like the romaine and that. So I have a tennis ball lettuce and a butter crunch lettuce. This one is supposed to be the butter crunch lettuce. Yes, it has grown very tall and it has popped up. The tennis ball, again, these are spring crops, and I'm doing them a lot later on. As you can see, the chickens were in here. Right here, this little bunch right here, this is supposed to be the tennis ball lettuce. They're supposed to be really tender and sweet. Tender and not nearly as bitter. But again, I started these pretty late, so they are producing or growing still through the winter or through the summer, and their flavor is a little more bitter, but I still think they taste good. I would plant another setting. I think I might be able to. I think I have enough seeds for the fall, and then I can taste the difference. But so far, I use them. I like them. They're good. And again, they have more nutrients in them than what you usually get at the grocery store. Swiss chard. Rainbow. See all the colors? Again, I grew them for the chickens, not necessarily for my consumption. But they're supposed to be pretty good as well. I just haven't eaten them. We've seen the rest: potatoes, beans. I'll take you to show the beans real quick. Thought I had bush beans, but they are actually the vine beans. And if I get the right vine beans again next year, I'll space out the corn rows and put the beans in between like I had contemplated, and let the beans travel up the corn. Kind of like the way the Indians said that they used to do it. Do it that way, because they certainly are latching on, and when these guys have a good rain and a good watering, all of those vines stand straight up. So I'm excited to see how much pinto beans I get off of this. And the beans in the front, I only have a small section that wasn't consumed by my volunteer potatoes. So there you have it. I'd show you the peppers, but I think I did more than enough in depth of my peppers last year. That, and like I said in the previous video, I don't know all the names of them, so I can't even show you what they are. Oh, 2 more. I almost missed them. The cabbage. So I was thinking of picking these soon, but someone told me that I should pick them in the fall when they've frosted a couple of times, as their flavor is better. Well, these things are this big now. I can only imagine how big they'll be here in 3 months. Or 2.5. Cauliflower is getting big. Check that out. I am so excited to see and to taste these. It's going to be a real treat. Well, there you are, and up close at the garden, a little more specifically on certain fruits that I usually probably just walk past really fast. Try the vertical farming, growing. I think it works. You'll be able to see the progress here later on, I guess. Signing off. Have a good day.